been a while since I've done a video, and that's because my phone packed up and I had no way of doing videos or whatsoever, and I could only afford to get a simple Nokia phone for like 30 odd quid. I was gifted the phone that I got now from a friend, so videos will be coming back up. I'd like to thank that person, they know who they are, and for that we will get some videos posted. At the moment we've got some jerry cans of petrol in the back, and we're doing a run back to the mountain because it's that time of year where the sun disappears and we've got to go and start generators again up the mountaintop. So they are sorting out a main generator, but this mountain's a little bit tricky to get to due to the fact is it's all on the camp, and being that we've had some rain, it sort of makes it a bit more interesting as well, but we're getting there. But I've been quite busy, so I do apologise for the lack of videos. I have got my roller out on the farm, we've got it running. It needs a bit of work doing to it, so we hope to get some video clips of us doing that. We've got a chassis for the other 110. We hope to get a bulkhead and all that. We would like to hope to get it going for next season, but financially I don't know if we're going to be able to support that decision, so we are having to how do I say, postpone that for another year. But we're pretty much going to have most of the stuff that we want. It's just going to be the miscellaneous stuff, so we might be able to do it through the summer maybe, but it won't be ready for the season. So, but I am wanting to get royal blue metallic royal blue paint to paint the Rover with. So not being fussy or anything, but that's the colour I would like it. So, but yeah, other than that we're doing pretty good. We've been to Sea Lions, we've done roofs out there, we changed the engine onto a 110, which was supposedly meant to be rebuilt, but we took the subpan off and it had more metal in the subpan than anything else. But we're hoping that was just that it wasn't cleaned properly from boring. So we got it all running, it runs like a dream. We think the turbo might need replacing on it, because it's still smell burning oil, but we don't know if that's from the existing engine that's in there. So we're just running it for a little bit. Sadly the island's now closed down. We are in the process of ordering an alternator for their generator that packed up, their main generator. So we'll get that sorted as well. And so in August we'll hopefully have everything for that. We'll be going out and doing that, and I think we're also changing the gearbox in Eparada, because we think the clutch has gone in the centrifugal clutch, but instead of just doing the centrifugal clutch we're changing the whole gearbox because it's easier for him to get the whole gearbox. It could even be the gearbox at fault, we don't know. But what we do know is that there's something wrong with it and we're going to change it. On the farm side we've got the digger, we've finished ditching. We've now got all the stuff pretty much back home from that, but the digger's way out and higher, so hopefully in the next couple of weeks we'll go and pick that up. Due to the weather and now winter's kicking in, the roads are not going to be fit enough for me to really tow the digger along the road in certain places. So the plan is to take it to the bottom of one of the mountains, which is just on the side of mine, which isn't that far from where it is, and instead of spending 2 hours driving around with the tractor slipping around on the road, I'm going to then track the digger down the mountain, and because there's a road to the mountain, and then across the river, and then take it through the back of my farm. I've got to ask landowners permission before anyone gets up to stuff. It's just an idea I've got. I don't know if I'm going to do it yet. It depends on the weather at the time. But so yeah, I'm going to go and ask, see if I can get permission to do that. If I don't do it, I don't do it. If I do, we'll take the digger down and we'll sort out a couple of posts and gates on the way. And then there's another job about between that mountain and my farm. There's another job I got to do halfway. So instead of taking the digger to the farm and having to track it all the way there, I can do it on the way down. That's sort of the plan anyway. Visibility. We had a lot of heavy rain. You can see these puddles here are just like little mini rivers at the moment. So we're just taking it easy. But we've got to go up a piece up there, which is normally about there. You can just see the outline of it. And then we go across the top for about half a mile, I think it is roughly. And then we'll be at the top of the mountain. It's getting also very soft on top as well, which doesn't help. As you can see, I've probably had a haircut, or I don't know if my last video I actually had a haircut. Yeah, decided to get it cut this winter instead of let it go wild. Don't know what else of the gossip I've got really. We've sold the 2 little kids' bikes. We've still got the CRF 110, but we're hoping going to get my little boy a CRF 125 small wheelbase, because he is now upgraded, or upgrading, I should say. This is quite wet. But yeah, other than that, we seem to be having fun, and we're making progress. The house projects are not really progressed at the moment because I was at Sea Lions for 2 weeks. So I basically finished ditching, delivered the digger, and about a week after that I was at Sea Lions for 2 weeks with no communications. So phone systems went down. Then we got back, but we done, I think it was about 111 hours in 2 weeks working there. my uncle and I. So between us both, we clocked 222 hours, I think it was. So it wasn't a bad little gig, really. I kind of like going there. You sort of get stuck in where you go, and there's always other jobs to do when you finish one. So if you get delayed, there's always something else you could be doing. So you never sat around twiddling your fingers and thumbs too much. Now I'm back out on the farm. The idea is to get the 110 in, because we've got a wiring fault on the white 110, which is now the white 110. Its headlights went away when I was at Sea Lions, and I thought it was just a switch. We were thinking there might be another alternative problem, because the fuse had mounted, still hadn't blown, but it mounted. But the terminal where the relay is, that's got very hot as well. It's actually changed colour and put burn marks on it. So we're going to strip the dash out, check all the wiring harness, and then we're going to probably strip the wings and just check. I know I patched one side and the garage done the other side, so I don't know how well the patching went. Maybe it's not worked, maybe it's let go, we don't know. So we're going to have to get that in before the winter, because the Discovery, unless I want to buy some parts for it, we're going to have to start putting money into the Discovery, and the plan was only have to use the engine for my 110. So yeah, hit the miss there. So we've got to wait and see what happens on that front as well. And what else is there? Trying to think now. I know this is probably a boring video for you guys, but I do apologise for the length of the video and boring you, and I am only driving a tractor. I apologise for the noise, but these old Fords aren't the quietest of tractors, but touch wood, she's never missed a beat on me. So we gave her a service a while back when we was dragging the digger around. Digger's due a service, so we've got to get filters ordered for that and get them set up. Wow, this is soft. I don't know if you can see the marks, but soft. So the idea is here we run up a big lot of petrol instead of running up the tractor or a vehicle every time, and then we'll use a bike to come up, and once jerry cans are empty, we normally take jerry cans back empty, so I'm only ever bringing up filled jerry cans. So once we bring them back, once we've got down to the last one, I fill up all the jerry cans, and then I'll do another run with the tractor the next time it needs started, fill up the generator, and then I'll drop off another whack of jerry cans. Try and save the track as much as possible, because the boys have done some, they had contractors up here repairing the building, because the roof blew off it, one storm that we had, so they've been up and down here a few times and made the track a bit soft in places. I've had to drag a trailer up with all the cladding and the tin and everything on it, and then bring all the rubbish back, so that made a bit of another hard time for the track. So but yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe. I do apologise for the delay in the videos. I did have a comment I noticed on the shocker for the DRZ 250. I had actually made a mistake on my shocker for my DRZ 250, which I will explain what I did wrong. I drilled a hole thinking that's how it would be the easiest way to fill it, and I drilled it through too far, and now I've got to thread it all the way. So I've got to come up with a fix for that, which isn't a major fix. And for the cap on the end, the little screw that I got to pressurize the canister, sadly I used the thread tap that it said, but I guess it must have been slightly different, and being that it was brass, it sort of broke away the threads on the brass. So now I'm thinking about just soft soldering or soft welding, or whatever they call it when you use blowtorch and you get these soft low heat bracing rods for aluminium, and just aluminium in the bugger in. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. So yeah, there's still a project's ongoing. The DRZ does run fine. She doesn't miss a beat. She takes a little bit to warm up, but I'm not worried about that. She was like that from new, yeah, I think she'll be all right. We just got the rear shock to sort out, and then the front shockers, front forks. Once we sort out the front forks, we'll be then good to go. And I might have to go down a gear here because it's getting a bit bumpy. So the track actually goes up there, but I take a shortcut through here. It's a bit soft, but it saves cutting up the track for the vehicles if they do come up. So that's the plan anyway. Anyway, I think I've drug on along with this video long enough. The guy that commented about the rear shock, if you've watched this video, by all means send me a link at Kentonford County Law at gmail.com, or put a post at the bottom and see how you filled it up. I'll explain how you did it, and if there's an easier way, I might be able to just braze that hole up and just say bugger it, I'll do it another way. But yeah, if not, I'm going to have to come up with a fix, basically. Molly, the other 7610, she is now out of action. She's I think she snapped or rounded the splines off in the hub for the hydraulic drive. So she drives alright, but she's got no hydraulics, so I think that spline's fucking gone. So to do that is a complete strip down. We've decided with the state of her cab, we're going to now do her up. We're going to change gearbox and do her up, and I've got another rear end. We're going to use everything off her and make a cabless 7610. Well, I'll have a 6610 back end, but they're pretty much the same. And we're going to use probably the gearbox out of my 754 County. The reason for that is I'm thinking about putting the gearbox for the 754 County as the 7610 one, and I'm going to use that cab as a Q cab as a mock-up and see what I have to modify, and I'll see if I can get a good cab and have a Q cab 774. Sorry, we'll do it on the 774. But the gearbox on the 774 is different again, so I've got more tractors than I have gearboxes at the moment. But if we can get it to work, hey ho, it'd be quite good. Other than that, what else have we got? Yeah, other than that, everything's pretty going. We've got a family friend that's got a caravan out on our place. They come out on weekends, so it makes me sort of chill out a little bit more. But probably not as much as I probably should. I don't know really. I like working, I like guddling. I like coming up the mountain, even though it's slow today, because visibility and softness and bounciness. But on a motorbike it's not too bad, but until the snow hits the ground, then it's a different story again. That's where we have to get the four-wheelers out. Four-wheeler story is we don't have one running at the moment. We're waiting for parts to turn up for the four-wheeler. We're after a throttle body, and we're after the throttle body and the fuel pump, and what else was it? Throttle body, fuel pump. Well, that might be it actually, I think. Because the throttle body has everything on it, so... Oh, and a fuel tap. Oh no, that's for Dad's one. We need a fuel tap and a carb for Dad's one. So we'll get them ordered hopefully this month and get them flowing down, and then we'll get her running, and then we'll use them to come up to the mountain and fix the start generator with them, and plus we can use it for gathering as well, sorting out mutton and things. Next week we're killing our mutton, hopefully if the weather stays like it is, because there's no flies about and it's just easier doing it that way. I haven't killed mutton for a while, the freezer's getting empty. I hate killing mutton, so I normally just kill a big whack and get it over and done with, and I don't have to do it for a while. It's not something that I'll post on here anyway, so you don't have to worry about it. I might show you the afterwards of maybe me putting meat in the freezer, but even that might be scarce. It's only meat, no different to what a butcher does. Yeah, we'll leave it there. If there's anything in Pacific that you watched previously and you want an update on, please put in the comments below. I am aiming for this in the next 6 months to have over 1,000 subscribers, so please comment, rate and subscribe, and don't forget to share. I'm planning on doing some more better videos. The wife's now not working at the bank, she's now on the farm full time, so I should have a permanent camera girl, hopefully, if I can persuade her to do it. And yeah, we'll go from there. But for the meantime, it's just me at the moment, and I'm still using my phone. I have got some drone footage, but sadly our laptop isn't capable of sorting that drone footage out, and I haven't got the funds to buy a new laptop and buy the editing stuff for the laptop. So like I said in a previous short, I put a link to my Wise. If you want to send money to the Wise, all that money will go towards those things for better videos, and any extra money that comes up, if we have surplus, we will then discuss on here, and you can put in the comments below of what projects we should do, or what we should do. Like it's going to be working on that sort of basis, I think. But I have got a plan for this very tractor, but it involves it going overseas to be done up maybe, and I'd like to do a run around the UK with it, but I want to paint it differently. But sadly that is a big bill to pay. One is sending it away because it'll have to go in a container. Two is it will have to be done up. And three, the paint scheme I wanted it sort of more localized paint scheme, so it's still the same Ford tractor color, but I want the local flag on it, and flags from the veterans and all that lot on it, because if it wasn't from those guys, we wouldn't be here doing this today. So as I'm on to that subject, I'd like to thank you all for that, and I don't just mean thanking veterans for the coming down here and fighting. I thank their families as well for watching them leave, and for the ones that didn't return, the heartache that they went through. I'll always be ever to that to all of you. And you're more than welcome to come here and come and have a chat and make it your home as well. Because after all, if it wasn't from you guys, none of you, we wouldn't have it. So, but yeah, well, we're nearly at the mountaintop. Not that you can see it. And we're going to go and fuel the generator up, start her up, and then we're going to get done. I think I've yabbled on long enough in this video, and I'll be more than amazed if I get more than 50 views on this right through the whole video, because I find that views on videos is not that great. Also put in the comment below, do you prefer short videos or would you prefer these long videos? If I make longer videos, it would be more of a start to finish on a project more than me just jabbling on. But let me know what you'd like and we can work towards that. I'm here to try and show what we do. The Falklands is a nice place, it's got nice wildlife, but there's a lot more that we do behind the scenes that sort of makes the Falklands what it is and more enjoyable. So don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and stay tuned in for the next video because it is coming up soon, hopefully in the next couple of days. So